Hello and welcome to my stream where I shine, you shine, and we all shine. My name is Telenovela, and I hope you're all doing well today. Hello Shiki, how are you doing? Are you excited that holidays are here? I am feeling a mess. Like, it's not like chaotic, collapsing, everything's falling apart type of mess. I think it's more like finishing loose ends. Oh wait, I want to change my background. There we go. I went to a different room. Finishing loose ends. Like, what do I not like? What do I no longer accept? And what actions do I take to move forward? Make peace with everything? If that makes sense. So it's kind of crazy because I've been through a lot this year, and now that we're at the end of the year, calendar speaking, based on the calendar, it feels like a cleanse, if that makes sense. Like, sorry, I don't want to use filler words, but if 2026 is a brand new year, what do I want to take with me? Type of thinking. It's kind of like having a piece of paper, and then that blank piece of paper, you write on it throughout the whole year. Now that you're finishing the year, you look at the piece of paper, see what you like, see what you didn't like, and you know you're gonna be given a new piece of paper soon, but how are you supposed to know what you like and dislike if you don't fully understand the paper you're currently drawing on, if that makes sense? So I've been thinking a lot about that, and it's all about being more intentional with your actions. So a lot of that. I am excited for the holidays. I love to give to someone I care about, and it's kind of weird because it's so odd. The holidays for me, I don't know what the holidays mean to you, but initially they meant like Christmas presents under the tree. Of course, it doesn't like gifts. And then the second phase for me was, how much can I give and how much do I want to receive? So it started being both. And then the last phase where I'm currently at is, I do love to receive. I don't think I'm afraid of wanting. I love wanting things, but I also love giving things to the person I love, if that makes sense. It's I used to be so I think the weirdest transition from this year to next year is generosity. Now, I don't know if you're a very generous person. I don't know if you're a person who loves to give, but I've always been that way. I love giving. I love splurging. I love, giving people so many things. And even if they don't give anything back, I would just be at peace and satisfied knowing I gave to people I care about. But as this year ends, I'm starting to differentiate between giving unconditionally with fulfillment. I don't think it comes from a place of transaction. I don't believe in transactional love. I believe in love that comes from choice and love that you can give or want to give. So I never realized I could be the type of person I am to be more mindful about the places that I pour my energy to, especially with a limited income. I think before I was able to splurge and spend so much because there was steady income, but now that my income has been limited, it has really made me look at finances and giving so much differently. And time. I give so much of my time to people I care about. But then there comes a point where you wonder, did they take it for granted, or is this something they think I can unconditionally do forever? There's limits to that. There's capacities. But there's also like the thought of some people in this world is worth going a mile for, because you didn't even need to ask, you didn't even need to do anything, yet they're willing to do that for you anyways. Not because of what you can give, not because of who you could be, it's just because of who you are. And I think that's a rare type of love, very difficult to find. I was thinking about Secret Santa a few days ago because I thought it was so silly. I remember introducing the idea to my research lab. I was like, let's do Secret Santa, let's do this and that. But now that I think about it, I did it to connect. I wanted to do it with my research lab because Secret Santa, how do I say this? It's like you would need to connect to people, right? You would need to have an actual conversation. You would need to get to know them instead of buying them a gift set they'll probably not use. Like, a gift set is nice unless it's something they really, really want, like everything. So that's how I thought Secret Santa would be. But it's kind of weird when I think about the other Secret Santas that I was involved in, because some of them I didn't really know the people there. It's like, why would I give you my generosity? Who are you? So those are my thoughts on Secret Santa and the holidays. Overall, cannot wait to continue building a life that I can look forward to every day. And I hope you feel the same way as well. Anyways, that's my take on how I'd like to start off the stream. And if there are any conversations, deep conversations you'd like to talk about throughout the stream, please grab a seat and let your heart be open. But I will mute myself, and I hope you enjoy the music in the background. Hi! I mean, I'm not gonna go. I just thought that was the most appropriate word to say. Chameleon, how's your 2-week vacation going? Is it on a strong start? But how do you define strong? How do you... It could be just relaxing. It could be... It could be fun. You have bookmark? It's so funny because I used to bookmark things a lot. I had a whole folder dedicated to a bookmark. And I told myself one day I will go through my bookmarks and see what I bookmark. But for some reason, bookmarks are just those weird things that you continuously keep doing. And somehow you never find the right time or the time to just look at it, if that makes sense. I remember the first time in my life where I ever had time to look at my bookmarks was that devastating period of time where I left my master's. And that's when I looked at my bookmark. But other than that time, like, I always bookmark things. I think the mindset going in is I'd rather bookmark something than never bookmark it, and then I'll forever lose it. Do you know what I mean? It's like, if you remember that bookmark somehow, somewhere, it's better you bookmarked it than not have bookmarked it. I mean, that's the logic I have when I bookmark. Speaking of vacation and holiday break, it's so weird because things are changing slowly around me and like with the choices I make. And as someone who's really devoted and focused on my work and what I do, it feels weird to step away from it and do things that are slowly starting to matter to me. I feel like I know the things that matter to me, but I always postpone it. I'm like, I'll have time next time. I'll have time next time. I'll have time next time. So you will adopt that mindset repeatedly, and the whole year passes. Just like that. And it's really weird that things are changing, that I'm actually making time, like, to do things that feel more like a chore, but it's actually so healing and it's actually necessary. But when you're in a loop, like when you're in the grind, when you're in the zone to finish things and keep going, it's hard to lose track of other things that matter. And I don't think I'm the only person that feels that way. I think this is a very relatable, universal experience, because time just passes by and it really makes you think about how to utilize your time, and does that reflect the life you want to live? 100%. It's really weird because Dota is one of those things that I typically play at the end of my day, and Dota is not a short game, it's quite long, so I have a couple of Dota games, sometimes 1 or 2 nowadays, but I would always question, like, don't get me wrong, I love playing games, I love being challenged by it, I love improving from that game, but it also makes me question, as much as I want to play that game with, you know, a friend, maybe we could do other things, that's not just Dota. But it's hard to think that way when you've got a lot on your mind and things that you're working towards. It's all about priorities, I think. What are your priorities right now? And priorities change. When you're taking a 2-week vacation, it's like your priorities have definitely become different than your priorities 3 weeks ago. So priorities change, and I don't think it's such a bad thing. Sometimes lose track of how to manage everything in your life and give time and energy in what matters. That's what I think. I appreciate the thought, but I also hope you make actions that you're happy with, whether that be watching me or whether that be sleep. I wonder if it's somehow related to this. Right now I'm reviewing the same story that I talked about a few days ago, and talks about it's better to not regret things. Like, it's better to give things a go than lose the opportunity never having tried. Does anyone have thoughts on that? Well, I have thoughts on that. I think it's devastating to live with the regret of never having tried. But you can see it in different perspectives, because if you have never tried, you can forever live in the possibility of what could have went right. So if you never tried anything, you can forever live in the possibility of what could have gone right. But if you tried, it's a more concrete outcome. So let's say you've tried and it doesn't work out. You can't live in the possibility because you're faced with the reality of what is. So I understand when people don't really try and they live in their what ifs and the possibilities of what could be. But I think with my life and my choices, this is just my take, I'd rather have a fixed feeling than an ambiguous one. But once again, that's my preference. Fixed feeling as in, I'd rather live with the tragedy that, okay, well, that didn't work out. I'd rather live with the tragedy of, well, that sucks, that didn't work out, than forever wondering and imagining, what if it did? Because if I live in the reality of what had happened, I could at least process my emotions. I could at least understand why it hurts. I could at least take the time to know myself better from that experience. But if I never do, for sure I could save myself from hurt. For sure I can save time. But that feeling of what if, I think would weigh more heavily on me than the tragedy of it didn't work out. But that's my take. You would sooner fail 1,000 times than to regret that I've never tried. Yeah. You know, this story that I read, it said something about almost. Almost is quite a devastating place to be in. I mean, we're moving on to the next part of this conversation. Initially, we were talking about either trying or failing or succeeding. It's quite black and white. But the next branch of this conversation is the almost. You almost had it. You were almost there. You almost finished it. It's like being so close yet so far. That's heavy too. I think it's more about grieving the potential of something as well. So it's not about grieving the possibility. I think it's grieving the potential of what could have happened. Knowing you had tried. Knowing there's not much you could do with what had happened. And, you know, I was actually thinking about the moral of the story with the webtoon I'm reading. And I think that's it. I think I just hit it just now. The moral of the story I usually think about as I get to the ending, as I finish reviewing the ending. But no, that's the core moral of the story. Knowing how close you were to getting what you've always wanted, now what? Because then you enter this discourse of, do you now make actions to redeem your past self who really wanted that? Are you making actions from your present self with a new purpose and new direction? Because people change, right? Hello, Atlas. How are you doing? Have you seen the new Dota update? I didn't expect them to update it. I thought they would take their time, but I'm glad they do updates because it keeps things spicy. I just didn't expect them to do it so soon. You have, but you haven't read it yet. Oh, I see. How do you feel that a new update came out? Are you excited, or are you like, oh my gosh, so many updates? Do you see it in a more pessimistic point of view or in a more positive point of view? What's the new change? What's happening? I was excited about the update because I wanted to feel optimistic about the heroes I play, and hopefully they get a buff. Well, I felt a lot of optimism, and then when I saw it and I read it, I was like, okay, it's not bad. Regarding your goals, your past self is pretty much your present self. No radical change or anything in that regard. I do believe that. Someone told me a few weeks ago, Telenovela, you're no longer your past self. You're like a bigger version of your past self. And I remember laughing and telling that person, no, I'm still me. I didn't leave any parts of me behind, but I'm taking the versions of me from the past who I thought was not enough, who I thought was too much, who I thought, you know what I mean? It's like sometimes, okay, hear me out, this is a very complicated thing to say. How do I explain this? How do I describe it? That's how complicated it is. Okay. Let's put you in a situation. Someone hurt you from the past. Someone hurt you from the past. You have your own set of memories. I have my own. I have a set of my own. During that time, I'm gonna put you in a cathartic situation. So during that time, you know, if you think back to what it was like before, it hurt, right? Like, why would this person do this to me? That's not right. This is wrong. Okay, let's fast forward to a few years later. Let's fast forward to now. They're not there. They're absent. Compared to before, they were present in your life. Now they're absent. But here's the paradox. Yeah, they're absent, like physically absent in your life. But they still occupy it. And I know that sounds odd, because that makes no sense. How could someone who was physically here at one point in my memory still occupies space. It's in the way you get triggered. It's in the way you remember memories and think about yourself then. See, this is the complicated part. I don't even know how to explain this myself, but I somehow figured it out last night. Hear me out. Give me a few seconds. So I think what I'm trying to explain right now is like unconditional peace. Unconditional peace. It's not that you label people who hurt you as villains. But it's loving yourself in the way they never did. So it's unfair what happened to you. It's not right what people did. To make peace without someone's apology, to make peace without the presence in their absence, it's like you work to find peace with yourself by building a love that's right for you, not the love taken away from you. Isn't that bizarre? That's what I mean. It's kind of like, it's not like this, it's not like this, it's not like this. It's not like I'm giving love now because I know what it was like to not be given love before. But it's more like, it's a different take. It's a more complicated take. I'm giving love now because that's the type of love I want to build with others and myself. Do you see the big ass difference between the two? I want to build love now because of the love I couldn't have before. That's their presence in the absence, but a different mindset of I want to give love now because that's the type of love I want to build for others and for myself. Now it's a little bit complicated because then you have to, is the love mutual? Is this the type of are you pardon the noise? Is this the type of love that someone will understand? Do you know what I mean? Is this the type of love that could be received mutually? Is this the type of love that, I don't know. And then when it comes to yourself, you don't even know what it looks like sometimes. Sometimes you're still figuring it out, but at least you're making those choices. But it's not from the absence of what you lacked before. It's the present. It's in the present of what you want to build and do differently. Does that make sense? It's so complicated. Hi, Canary. Is your stream internet working? Hello, Clanker upstairs. How are you doing? Are you doing well today? Atlas feels like when they drop a really big patch, they normally have a few smaller bounces that come up pretty soon after, which I think is important. I think so too. I love those things. I think they're a fever dream. It's like, well, that's nice. That's nice. That's nice that they they fix it up immediately. Dota is hard to balance in those big patches, so having the community play with the patch for a little, then fix or balance things is good, I think. Not only is it good, I think it's magnificent for developers of a game to really care so much to the point they take the time to really do this. Shows how much they really care about the game. I know, you know, there's like mixed reviews and mixed opinions about how people feel towards Dota. But how can you not respect it? Like, I know, it's like we want more updates. I know we want more changes. Who doesn't like, you know, positive changes? But at the same time, like, it's so nice how thoughtful they are. Okay, yes, I was a hater once because I was like, I want a new patch, new this, do that. Where is it? What's going on? Why is it there? Like, battle pass, this, that. But they really care about Dota, and it really, really shows. So as a player, I have so much respect and love for the people who develop the game. Still no Dota. Am I doing okay? So I made a little announcement for those of you who didn't hear my announcement last stream, and I kind of said it throughout the stream. By the way, I'm saying this now, but if at any point, you know, if anyone is confused in the future, I am more than happy to say it again. And if anyone would like to volunteer to explain it as well, that would be really be appreciated. So I'm changing my stream completely. Well, not really. It's same but different. Basically, Tony, streaming to me had a different meaning 2 years ago compared to now. Streaming to me was like my hallelujah as a person with no direction or purpose. Someone who is trying to figure out what future or path they want to build, what house, you know, will it look like? I don't even know. I didn't even know what to make in the first place. To me, streaming before had a different take, had a different purpose, had a different, angle. And I had this like really weird relationship with the stream for a very long time. I think it's a weird relationship. If you know what it feels like the best way I can describe it is like a situationship. I don't know if anyone's familiar with a situationship here, but it's like a situationship, me and streaming. There were times where I'm like, no, I'm streaming for this reason, and then I would feel confused, you know, and then I try to change it up again. I'm like, maybe we just need to trial and error. Maybe we just need to experiment. Maybe. So I really thought about this. Every single time I pivoted in a new direction, I'm like, new games? Is that the solution? Is it playing games I really like? Is it study work with me sessions? Is it this? Is it that? Like, I was exploring every avenue to make the situationship with streaming work until I reached the point where I said no. I need to have clear definitions what this relationship means. I said no more situationship. Let's have a clear relationship. And so now, as you all know, streaming has always been a way for me to get to know you, talk about things, to talk about deep things that people typically avoid or are unspoken. Feelings that we don't even have the words for yet, but we feel. And I realized something that made me just see streaming more authentically for myself. which was just stop everything. As in, which is why I initially thought I'd stop streaming forever. But then, I don't need to prove anything. I don't need to play games. Just, I think I really longed and wanted for someone to just spend time with me. And I don't think that's wrong. I think we all like company every now and then. And I found myself throughout my whole streaming experience just trying to prolong that, you know, just a few more minutes, just a couple of minutes, you know, just stay with me a little longer. I'll make you laugh. I'll do anything to make you stay. Because I didn't think me alone was enough. So, because so many things have changed in my life, including myself, I realized I don't need to prove anything. If you want to stay, stay. If you want to sit, sit. But I've made my purpose very clear. I really just want to use this time to talk, connect, and build something out of a connection you never expect. Well, that's what it means to me now. I mean, you can see it for whatever you like. You can make whatever decision you want. I support you, but I wanted to do this as authentically as I can, and this is what feels right for me. You don't often think of people who hurt you in the past. They kind of disappear from your thoughts because I'd rather dedicate mindset to the ones that deserve it. Same with dreams. Usually I remember good dreams more than bad ones because I want to. When I said what I said earlier, chameleon, I don't think it's always thinking about them. It's not the frequency of how much you think about them. It's what they still trigger inside of you. That's what I meant. Like for example, when you get ignored, or just any type of trigger that gets triggered. You didn't even know that gets triggered. Why does it? If the people in your past are no longer with you in the present, because life changed, well, for whatever reason, why do they still occupy that space? So I know there's a clear focus on our present choices and what we want to do differently and the type of life we want to build, but I'm talking about those specific triggers where have you fully made peace with the past, or have you convinced yourself that moving on is the only way? I'm talking about unconditional peace. Unconditional peace as in, when you get triggered, do you fully sit with those thoughts? Do you fully understand it? That's what I was about. I know what you're trying to say. I do support it. You know, you saying you're dedicating your focus and your energy to what matters, which is important. I'm talking about those times that just happen, unexpectedly happen, where you're like, whoa, why am I so angry right now? Whoa, why am I so sad right now? Why did this situation, why did this event made me feel some sort of way? But then sometimes people don't dwell too much in that, right? Nah, maybe it's nothing. I'm just maybe a little bit over the edge right now. Things like that is what I'm trying to say. How are you doing? Hope you're doing great. Thanks for asking me. I am well. I'm just a little tired. I am physically tired. I've been moving my muscles like never before. It's so crazy. I don't think I've ever done this in my life. But you know when New Year starts and people start improving themselves, and the first thing that people start doing is exercising? Are you aware of that? Have you ever been one of those people? Your New Year's resolutions is, okay, something with physical activity, something physical, right? This year was so weird. These past few years were so weird for me. Because the majority of the time is spent on internal work than physical work. Internal work as in like finding that foundation for myself, finding what still needs healing, finding what makes the most sense to me, just like fully understanding myself. And now it's so weird because I'm moving into like the physical work of things, you know? It's so crazy because back then my family didn't have enough money to send me to like extracurricular activities, so I really had to push myself when it comes to sports because I wanted to play the sports. So I did everything I could to make it into the school teams, which I successfully did. But you know, university came, I was still athletic, and then the rest of life happened, and I've been very like in this dormant state. I love sports, I miss sports, but it feels kind of nice, you know? It makes me smile to think about it and say it. How I've done the internal work before doing the physical work. Yeah, so it feels interesting to approach things this way. I'm not gonna lie though, the physical work, this is my own opinions. The physical work with things feels easier because you can measure it. You can see it visibly, you know? When you do exercise, when you start engaging in more physical activity, you're like, oh wow, I'm building muscle tone. Oh wow, my weight's changing. I look different. I feel different. This, that. But like internal work is so crazy because you can't measure and look at it the same way. I feel like internal work is realizing, oh, I'm handling things different than I would before. Oh, I'm adopting a different mindset. Even though I'm in a stressful situation, I'm not collapsing, I'm not falling apart. I still feel pain, but I feel so grounded. And that takes a lot of work. You can't just put yourself in traumatic situations whenever you'd like. They come unexpectedly, or sometimes predictably. But, you know, you're just minding your own business, something happens and you get triggered and, you know, you're like, oh, this is familiar. How am I going to approach this? How do I think about this? What am I supposed to do? And sometimes every situation is different. It's not the same. So internal work is hard. Internal work is very, very difficult. But I'm very excited, Chameleon, because, and Canary, thank you for asking how I'm doing. Because I'm adopting both in my lifestyle, and because I believe I have a strong foundation I've laid out for my internal work. I feel like the physical aspect of things drive me forward and motivate me to challenge myself differently, you know, to dream ambitiously. Now that I got things out of the way internally, like I got things figured out, it's like I feel like I can dream again. I feel like I can imagine myself and feel limitless in what I could do. It's like, where can I go from here? You are... Oh my gosh, Canary! I hope you feel better. It sucks being sick. I feel like I'm kind of sick right now, which is not so great, but it's just not a good place to be in. I hope you feel better. I'm so sorry to hear that. You can start doing it any day. It's like pushing it up to a set date for no reason. I think it's more clear. I think the reason why people do New Year's resolutions is because it feels so new. It feels like a whole blank slate. But it's right. You know, you're right, Chameleon. It's why don't they see every day as a new slate? I think it's easier for some, it's harder for others. Like when you're in this like narrow perspective, this needs to be done, this needs to get done, you have specific priorities and tasks in mind. It's hard to think about other things you want to do and accomplish. But the new year, I feel like, gives you that space to reevaluate and to think things through. That's what I think. Does anyone have New Year's resolutions? Do you think about it this early? Anything anyone wants to share about what they want for Christmas or the holidays if you're celebrating it in any way? First, let's start with Christmas. What would I like for Christmas? I'd want to go shopping. I haven't shopped, like, clothing shopping for myself in a long time, and I'm so sad. I love shopping so much. So that's what I wish I could have. And for the new year, something that I would want to do is, I don't know, there's a lot of things I want to do ambitiously. It would be, I really want to give a thoughtful answer. It would be to This is a hard question. What would I like for the new year? I have one. To continuously believe in myself. I feel like I'm really good at believing in myself, but I can't do it continuously. I feel like when something happens or I get really down, it's hard to do that. But then it's not like I can never do it again. I can, but it's like a roller coaster, right? So for this new year, with the person I am now, with the person I've become, I want to continuously believe in myself, no matter what I do, whatever skill, whatever task. Yeah, that's what I'd like. the last 3 years have been an unexpected journey for you. Why specifically the last 3 years? What started those years in the first place? Like why did the time period start from 3 years ago to now? I'm glad that you found motivation and support with the people around you. I honestly think being surrounded with the right people can remind you of the strength you've always had. I know that sounds weird, but that's my own beliefs. I feel like everyone has a strong strength. But sometimes life can make you feel like it's not there, or it doesn't exist. It can really wear you down. But when you're surrounded by such a supportive network, they remind you of it constantly, so you never forget how strong you are. I also agree. I think for me it's almost 3 years as well. The reason why the time period starts there is I feel like the decisions I made in my life were more for myself. Although it wasn't easy, it was a hit or miss. Sometimes I didn't really know, sometimes I was figuring it out. I never gave up. So it's nice living that type of authentic life compared to, living a life and building a life of what you think you should be doing, of what you think is right, but actually living a life that feels so much like you. It has its own consequences, but it also gives you that amazing feeling of freedom. Your life is in your hands. You can take that, good or bad, up to you. Internal work is... Yeah. I mean, you can share. All of the things I'm saying on my stream is not limited to my own experiences. This is a let me get to know you stream, so if there's anything you'd like to talk about, share things about yourself, or absolutely anything you want to, I welcome you. But you don't need to. Sometimes you just enjoy. Find peace in the space. I see. What made you decide to go to Twitch in the first place? I never knew Twitch was a thing until 2023. No, seriously, I've never heard of Twitch in my life before until 2023. Because I was trying to figure out, like, this whole thing started because I wanted to be online but not show my face because of, privacy reasons. And I was like, how do I do this? Like, what are the avenues? What directions can I take? And then Twitch happened, but it's so weird because I initially actually never wanted to stream on Twitch. I wanted to stream on YouTube, but then I changed my mind midway. I wanted to experiment so much, but that's basically what I've been doing for my whole streaming situation. Just experimenting, seeing what works, and hoping for the best. Spinner. Hmm. Hmm. I read your message, Chameleon. But I'm thinking about it as well. Hold on, give me a few moments to respond to it. Because I'm trying to put two and two together. I know your story in life is much more complex. But I also am trying to understand it completely, if you let me. Okay. I took a lot of time to think about what you said because I wanted to give a thoughtful response. So, I'm really glad that you found someone. And you always talk about this so openly. Anytime we get into conversations like this, I remember you always giving credit to how much people really help support you in your journey. I'm glad you found, people and things like that that help remind you of the kind of warmth and encouragement you deserve during that hard time. But if I'm being honest, I think sometimes you forget to give yourself credit too. Now this is coming from a place of, based on the number of interactions we have, there is so much space and credit you give them, which I understand because, they matter a lot to you and they played a huge role in your life. But I don't think you were just lucky to find a wholesome streamer. I think you were ready to receive what that person represented. So you were already in a place of strength. So my angle that I'm taking here is I understand you were in a dark place mentally and there were setbacks after setbacks, but you were already in a place of strength, even if it didn't feel like it. Because it takes strength to let yourself be moved, to keep trying after setbacks, and to even consider wanting to give that warmth to others. So yeah. How do I say this? Maybe she lit that spark in you. Or sorry, the VTuber you mentioned. But you carried the match. You chose to believe in something again. And you're the one who made space for that in your life in the first place. That's where I'm coming from. I'm speaking from a place where I see you as the main character in these 3 years. Yes, there are so many people that have supported you, that have inspired you, that gave you happiness, belonging, things you needed. But I see you, more of you, and your actions, and the courage and the bravery it takes to allow that in the first place. Even, do you see what I mean? It's like even when darkness gave you no light, you gave space for that light anyways. So that's my response. Hello, Dad. Welcome in. Okay. I read what you said, Chameleon. How are you, Dad? I read what you said, Chameleon. It's up to you if you want to continue this discourse. And I understand it's late for you. But the best thing I could say, minding, you know, your circumstances and your state, your physical state, body, and whatever, whatever else you have going on. Do you see your own effort, excuse me, as enough without the validation or presence of others? That's all I want to respond with in everything you've said. Because I appreciate you and I respect that you honor the people who have helped you, and which is right. Can you also believe in the possibility that you would have made it on your own? You're okay. Well, Dev. You know what that means? That means more Marvel Rivals. That means a great time to take a rest. Maybe that means to just pause and feel things for a moment. You don't have to do the next thing now, do you? You can just you just got off. Oh, you have some idea? Tell me about it. I wanna know your idea. What's the idea? I got a Toblerone. And I'm so excited. I eat one like once every 2 years. Chocolates are just not my thing. It's not my thing, actually. So when I get it, it's a pretty big deal. I was so surprised to see what it was made out of. Because I didn't know. I was just like literally eating it. I'm not even joking. Like I was like, oh, it's Toblerone. And then I read the package. It says with honey and almond, nougat. And I was like, what do you mean honey? What do you mean I was eating honey this whole time? So I was really confused, and I was like asking my friend, I was like, has this always been the ingredient? And my friend's like, yeah. And I'm like, really? So I realized what Toblerone is made of. You know, Dev, you're so cool. Do you know why? You never stop letting your imagination go wild. Did you know that's one of my favorite things about you? I love how you just, no matter what it is, no, seriously, no matter what it is, you just have an idea, you just let yourself have that idea and run with it. It's like so... I'm gonna say this in the most respectful way I can. but it's so beautiful. It's like, I feel like a lot of people, that part of them dies. The child in them dies. I think the most healthiest thing to have is a childlike wonder. To ask questions, to see and let your mind run wild with ideas and possibilities. But at the same time, it's like people punish that, you know? They tell you, no, you need to think about this. Sorry, give me 1 second. So every time you're like, tell Annabella, there's this thing that I thought of recently. I'm like, tell me all about it, Dev. I want to hear the concoction you came up with. Exciting. You plan to write a few short comics that pertain to your character life. So, it's a little Bella feature. That's so sweet. Thank you for considering me to be involved in your lore. And to foreshadow me first, because since it makes sense to sort of villager. Instead of like there and then it disappears like a one-hit wonder type of character, you're like, maybe we can do more with this. So I appreciate that. Respects for having me gradually make my appearance rather than boom and then I disappear. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, no, that's good. That's healthy. It's healthy you never let that part of you die. It's one of my favorite things, and I hope it's your favorite thing too. I'm gonna take a bite of my Toblerone, okay? Yeah. I don't know how anyone can eat chocolate so much. Like, I had one triangle and I'm good. I don't know if I could finish this whole brick. It's like too much for me. I had one triangle and I'm like, oh my gosh. One is good enough. I don't know what to do. Do you really like chocolate stuff? Oh my god. Did you know I really can't eat so much chocolate in one day? Like, it's too much. I can't do this. It's a lot. Oops. Sorry, I'm trying to read the messages on my phone because my messages froze on the screen. Oh my god, that's too sweet. I can't do this. Where's my water? I'm dying. Hold on, guys. I'm dying. No, like, seriously, I don't understand people whose favorite, like, flavor of things is chocolate. Like, when people ask, like, what kind of cake do you want? What type of ice cream do you want? And they say chocolate, and I look at them like, oh, like, after half of a half of a half? Oh my god. Oh, that's too sweet. Too much. Sorry, guys. Hold on, tell them about this. I'm functioning right now over chocolate. Wait. Oh, wow. Sorry, I really need water. 1 second. Okay. I made it. Okay, 1 second. Oh my gosh. Okay, where was I? Oh yes, Chameleon, I promise to respond to you. I want to take my time to respond to you, so give me a moment, okay? It is loading. You would eat the whole bar if you weren't allergic to— Oh, you're allergic to almonds? So are you like chocolatier? Like, do you love chocolate except the almonds? So milk chocolate would work because there's no almonds, right? Wow, how do you know you're allergic to almonds? Did you find out the hard way? Or did you find out the not so hard way? I didn't know I was allergic to corn chips until I found out the hard way. And then I was like, oh, what's this? Why do I feel like my life is flashing before my eyes? So not the greatest way to find out you're allergic to things. But yeah, how'd you find out? You like to boil milk, drop the chocolate into it. Oh my gosh, that sounds amazing. Boil milk and drop. Does it still taste like homemade hot chocolate? Okay. Have you ever had hot chocolate in your school? Or what? Like during winter months and stuff, they give you hot chocolate. It sucks. That was like the only menu option at school. All the kids loved it. In elementary school, I was like, this sucks because I hate hot chocolate. I'm so cold. And I hate how this is the only menu option. And so I go to the water fountain at school where, you know, you press on those things and then the water comes out. But I was like, oh my gosh, I'm so cheesed. I don't like hot chocolate. I really don't. So it cheeses me when that's the only options when it comes to hot drinks. They don't have hot tea and stuff. Speechless at a comment. To be honest, Chameleon, I'll explain to you. I don't think it's speechless. When I used to respond to things before, as I've said, you know, I'm doing streams a bit differently now. Before, I'm kind of amazed with how I did it. Looking back at it, I would be in high intense games and situations and I would, you know, do my best to respond. But it came from reaction and clarity. But now that my stream has taken a different direction, I take my time to respond to things, especially things that I don't have everything figured out, that I'm not familiar with, because I want my words to come from clarity, then a reaction. So that's why I'm taking my time with things, because of that. And in your particular situation, that's very unfamiliar to me. It's a very unfamiliar territory to me, so I don't understand anything. I don't understand everything, which is why this stream exists, is for me to get a better understanding. So I'm trying to make sense of it in my own way. But I also want to make sure I make sense of it before I say anything. Yeah. So you see yourself as enough without validation of others, or not so much. Made it on your own. You're not sure. Hold on, can we pause there? Thank you. Thank you for being so honest with me. I'm saying thank you because I think it's really hard to be truthfully honest about things. A lot of people nowadays feel like they either really need to know something or they don't talk. So to hear someone say, I don't know, I'm not sure, it's like a breath of fresh air because there's so much honesty in that. So much vulnerability too. Because we don't always have everything figured out, right? But it takes a lot of courage to say that, so thank you for sharing that so openly with me. But now you're able to see that a lot of the effort was done by you. Friends can tell you a lot of words, but to actually make a change and believe them is your own effort. Yes. I apologize for laughing, but the reason why I'm laughing is because that was the understanding I wanted to know. Everything you said in that message alone. It's so honest with how you responded. And I hear the delicateness in your own response. I do this a lot too. This is, you know, when I say delicateness in your response, I'm here on stream. I think I have things figured out, and then things happen outside of stream, and I'm like, wait, I don't. I thought I did, but I don't. And then, you know, weeks pass, and then something happens on stream, we get into this conversation, a certain topic, and I'm like, oh, do you guys remember what I said before? Yeah, I changed the way I see that from my perspective. And even today, when I talk about things, I say it with such delicateness because it's so fresh. It's so new. It's still something I'm learning to embrace and embody into my life. So seeing what you said, it's still delicate, right? Especially since now you do. But I think when you were telling me your story, it was hard for me to speak from clarity because I felt the wound, but I didn't understand it. Do you understand what I'm saying? But how? Your message is so rainbows and roses, right? Like you were talking about how you went from a not so great place, then you discovered something, then you're inspired, then now you're doing things that make you happy. But there was this thing I felt, a wound, and it's like I was trying to understand it because it's not something you can outright see, it's something you feel. And how the hell are you supposed to say it when you feel it? You know what I mean? It's like, how do I put words into this? So it put me in a really challenging place because I don't really know, but I can feel something there. So that wound with what you said, made it on my own, you're not sure. Because even after the growth, Chameleon, Do you still find yourself hesitating to name your strength outright? It's almost like it makes sense to do this. It makes sense. I want to explain and reassure you it's very normal to do this. You look at the size of help you received. Does naming that help first make it more okay to own what came after? But the thing is that's why I'm saying your whole message is so delicate, because you said something so profound and powerful by the end of it. You said to actually make a change and believe in them is your own effort. That is something I believe that is so true. And that's your truth. But there's a pattern I'm noticing. Is how you frame things starts with others and ends with yourself. How you frame things starts with others and ends with yourself. I know you see it now. I know you're seeing things different now. But the pattern I'm talking about is like putting that power and strength you have in the back seat, even if you're the one driving now. So, I don't think the wound is that. I think the wound is different now. But it's still there. It's not that they helped you become someone new. It's that they helped you remember who you already were. And gave you just enough warmth for you to build that foundation within yourself. You did the hard part. You chose to grow. You didn't become someone because of others. You just remembered who you always were. Okay, where was I? You can have an entire bar, but that's about it. Oh my gosh! That would be such a fun content idea. You should like grab a whole bunch of your friends, or this could be like social media stuff, and see how many like Skittles is everyone's limit. Or like chocolates is everyone's limit. I mean, this is not a so fun idea if you don't like chocolate. But it is fun if you like chocolate. I do have an advent calendar, Tony. I have one, but it's for cat treats. It's unfortunately not for me. It's for my cats, and I've been having so much fun doing it. But what's not so fun, I actually got a little mad because my cats like a specific treat from the advent calendar. So one of my cats, so like for 3 days it's the same freaking treat, and my cat doesn't like that. So I've been just like opening other like days. I'm like, no, I need to find the treats. My cat's like, so I'm kind of 4 days in advance But, you know, at least it's being put into good use and my cats are eating. That's all there is. Do I like dark chocolate better? It's not so sickly sweet. Actually, no. I don't like dark chocolate. I don't know if you guys know this story, but I love saying this story. I once wanted to buy a luxury, like, chocolate set for my loved one during the holidays, and I didn't know what a white chocolate was. Or, like, I didn't know the difference between white chocolate and milk chocolate. I was like, aren't they the same thing? Because milk is white. So wouldn't white chocolate be milk chocolate? Like, for some reason, I just did not understand the difference between the two. But I remember the sales associate looking at me like I was some crazy person who has never been in contact with civilization, and I was just like really confused. But listen, I don't know my chocolates. All I know is Ferrero Rocher is amazing during the holidays, but it tastes it doesn't hit the same if you don't eat it during the holidays. So I feel like it's a must snack for the holidays. But everything else, it's good to have once in a while. You can have half a bar of chocolate, but pretty rarely. I'm actually surprised that those of you who are here don't like chocolate. It makes me feel less alone for not liking chocolate. Yeah. Do you know Pocky? Yeah, I don't like Pocky. Yeah. I know there are different flavors, but I'm talking about the original Pocky. I remember eating my first Pocky when I went to Japan for the first time. And I was like, I don't like this. I don't like this snack. Yeah. But I didn't know it would be such a big thing after that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You don't like nuts in your pastries? Well, I like nuts in my... No, I'm joking. That was supposed to be a very not so cat-friendly comment. PG cat friend. PG not cat friendly. But I didn't say it. I did it halfway. Nuts in your pastries. I've only had... Okay, this is gonna sound crazy, but cheese pastries. I love cheese pastries. I love butter pastries, but my go-to is always cheese pastries. Always cheese pastries. Anyone into pastries? Like, what is your go-to pastry? Like, when I tell you we're gonna go to a pastry store, or I'll tell you I'm gonna go to a pastry store, what do you want me to get for you? What is like your immediate yes, need, want, love it type of pastry? You can never go wrong with a croissant. But if that pastry had everything, I would ask for a cheese tart. Cheese tart is amazing. Hello, how are you? Do you like pastries? I don't always make not so cat-friendly comments, but I saw the opportunity and I thought to myself, I would regret it after stream if I don't say this. So I saw it, I took it, I ran with it. Snickers. So Snickers is the exception. Do you have like a it's absolutely wrong for chocolates to be there opinion? Like chocolate in your spaghetti? Okay, wait. This is my controversial opinion. I find it surprising. There's like Coke candy, like Coca-Cola candy. Like That's jaw-dropping for me. But that's not chocolate. I didn't answer my question. No, but I'm talking about like, I don't know, like, no, this is completely not my question at all. But Coca-Cola, chocolate, kind of same. I have one once every 6 months or so. Coca-Cola especially. So, I don't know. Coca-Cola and ice cream, no. I don't know why my mind thought Coca-Cola and chocolate are one and the same. It's like belongs in the same category. You used to be able to eat almonds, but then you started having reactions, so you did a skin test to confirm. Okay, at least it wasn't like a anaphylaxis type of reaction. At least it was very subtle. But I mean, at least you can still eat other chocolates. You're not limited to, you know, just almonds. I mean, you know what I'm trying to say. Not all chocolate is made out of almonds. So you still have a free range of options to choose from. With hazelnuts, but not very oftenly. Oh my gosh, I have such a... We should do a chocolate test. Chocolate test. Is there a chocolate test online? Label the chocolates by number. No! I wanted to do a cute little chocolate test because everyone is saying like hazelnuts, almonds, Snickers, things like that, and I'm like, what's the difference? I'm like so confused. Like, how do hazelnuts taste different from other nuts? Like, or is it the size? Is it the texture? Girl, I just put it in my mouth, hope for the best. But that's like Ferrero Rocher though. That's the only thing that I would do that for. I haven't tried the other Ferrero Rochers. I've tried only like the golden wrapped one. Hot tea when you open your bar. Wow, is that a good combination? Is it really sweet? It makes your tea sweet. Okay, now, okay. It's okay, Chameleon. That's literally my stream. My stream is let me get to know you type of stream. So these are not like easy topics or conversations. These are ones you actually like feel and think about. And I love that we're having this conversation. I live for these conversations. So thank you for making the stream for the way it should be. I mean, the way I like it personally. I think you can have both. They helped remember who you were, and they helped you learn new things too. Yeah, I think you can have the best of both worlds. No, it's okay. We can derail and talk about chocolate. Not a problem with that. Advent calendar. Have you seen the calendar from Flower Nose? Girl, I saw... Okay, wait, I'm gonna search that up. Flower Nose Advent calendar. There are some really pretty advent calendars. It's like full of makeup. I wouldn't even touch it. I feel like some advent calendars you don't touch. Like, you just never touch. You just look at it. No, this reminds me of my sticker collection. Do you guys not have this? Do you have like guilty pleasures where you're like, you buy it and you're like, it's gonna sound so bizarre, but you're just not gonna touch it? You can't. That's how I feel about stickers, you know? When I was younger, I was like, I can't touch it. I can't use it. I know they should be used, but it's my collection, you know what I mean? I would feel so devastated. But it's really beautiful. It's really nice. I saw a Flower Nose Advent calendar. I don't even know what they sell. Is it like makeup stuff? It's so gorgeous. I would have it just for the sake of having it. It's just there. It's nice to have. The thing is, when you open it and you use it, then what? What are you supposed to do with the advent calendar? Are you supposed to just keep it? Put the things back? Have it as a memento? But it's so huge, right? I think the reason why I wouldn't open it is because I will have a reason for the rest of my life to never touch it. You know what I mean? Like, instead of getting rid of it because I opened everything inside of it, or it takes up space, it's like, no, I haven't opened it yet. Why would I do that to myself? Nobody likes chocolate, Tony. Chocolate. It reminds me of SpongeBob. I guess people don't have a sweet tooth because you're already sweet. You can name your strengths and you can name your weaknesses too. I don't think weaknesses are weaknesses. I think weaknesses are a place of potential. That sounds highly optimistic, but that's honestly how I see it. A place of potential. As a silencer player in Dota, if my strength is not there, maybe I can just completely go tank. Who knows? It's a place of potential, not my weakness. I'm completely joking. But a place of potential, not a weakness. Imagine saying that in a job interview. So what's your weakness? Bish, I don't have one. But I have a place for potential. Then you get kicked out. Okay, that's not so fun, especially in this volatile economy. The Pocky contest. I could never lose. I get too competitive. I've never heard of the Pocky contest. Do you put it all inside your mouth? Is it like Chubby Bunny? But that's really dangerous. Has anyone ever done Chubby Bunny? I never liked marshmallows, so I never did the challenge. I've heard of the cinnamon challenge, but I don't know, there were some weird stories with that one, so I kind of like distanced myself away from the cinnamon challenge. But Chubby Bunny looked fun. I think I was just a little afraid of the choking hazard, so I was like, ugh, that's kind of scary. Figure out my kiss so you make up. Oh, that's the Pocky contest. That's so cute. I would spit in him. I love how the options are either you break it off and we kiss, so, or you do this or you do that. I'm like, but I don't like chocolate. I would break it off, spit it in their mouth, and then smile and hope that was romantic enough to prove my feelings on things. Honey Bun. I thought Honey Bun was a endearing nickname you can call someone, but it's actually a pastry. Oh, you're talking about a cinnamon bun? That it's the same thing, right? Cinnamon bun? I didn't know you call that honey bun. The only buns I like are okay, it's a not so cat friendly comment. A jelly jam filled donut. Ooh, I like those once every 10 years. Jelly jam filled donuts. But I like how they kind of do not so good justice with the donuts. Yeah. I remember my friend being so heartbroken, telling me that he got a jelly jam filled donut and there was not that much jelly inside, and that's a horrible nightmare story. Even the raw one, they smell nice. Wait, what are you talking? Canary, wait, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? What do you mean, all party good, even the raw one, they smell nice? What do you mean? Are we still talking about bread? What do you mean? What smells nice? This came from... It's so funny, I read Canary's comment as soon as I talked about my not so cat friendly response from earlier. Ooh, cheesecake. What type of cheesecake? American cheesecake? Or there's so many different cheesecakes. You got off Apex. How did your games go? You don't like chocolate chip pancakes. Why? Is it the difference in texture? It's like you go from soft and then it's hard, and then soft and then hard, and then soft and hard. It's like Billie Eilish's album, Hit Me Hard and Soft. But that's what happens when you eat a chocolate chip pancake. I mean, I wouldn't know. The only pancakes I've ever eaten in my life are blueberry pancakes and normal pancakes. I don't like to stray away from that. I love blueberry things. Chocolate spaghetti? Yeah, chocolate spaghetti. Not spaghetti. Who knows? That may be the next thing people are going crazy about. Has anyone here tried the Dubai chocolates? People were going crazy for that. Anyone? I want to hear your thoughts. Since I'm a person who doesn't eat chocolate, how is the best way you would describe a Dubai chocolate? How different is it? What are your opinions? You can't eat hazelnuts either. Wow, you really have to check the ingredients, Tony. So are you just allergic to nuts? I guess you weren't a squirrel in your past life. That doesn't even... I'm just saying random things. All nuts taste differently. I mean, I didn't know. I'm not! I'm just being silly. I don't have to do charisma. I am the embodiment of charisma. I smell like charisma. My odor is charisma. I poop charisma. My eye boogers are charisma. Oh no, I'm joking. Where was I? Honey buns or cinnamon? Oh, it needs to have the icing on it. Got you. So honey buns are cinnamon buns, but they need ice glazing. I see. Okay. What are your thoughts on like baking date nights? Would you ever like go to a baking class with someone? Is this a thumbs up or is this a thumbs down? I would love to eat. No. I'm serious. I love the whole like taking a class, doing something together. But outside the class, I will not bake. But I just love the whole idea, like, you pay for it, so now you have to deal with the consequences. I love the whole, you have to deal with the consequences of your action type of thing. When it comes to that, so it really motivates you to do that. You know what I mean? So I am a definite thumbs up for a baking date night. Like, yeah, I'll take part of it, but it's a definite yes. It sounds fun, and you can eat too. You know what I mean? You don't. No, I'm not freaky today because it's not Freaky Friday. If you know, you know. Did anyone watch that Freaky Friday? Okay, well, if you don't, you don't. But I know that movie. Maple and chocolate go together really. You know what's amazing? Maple bacon. Unfortunately, I watched. Okay, just let me finish what I'm going to say. It sounds really crazy, but I want to finish this from beginning to end without any pauses, because if I do, you'll think I'm crazy. So I was dilly-dallying, looking for this music video on YouTube, and then I encountered this video that said how to get cancer. And I was like, oh my gosh, that's so interesting. So I pressed it. No, see, I cannot pause in the story. Oh, I pressed the video, and you know, as a person who really is not vegetarian or vegan, but definitely appreciate who are, you know, those who are vegetarian and vegan, I really love bacon. Like, bacon is the most, it's so delicious, unhealthy, and just the beautiful taste in your mouth. But maple bacon is so amazing. It just takes everything up a notch. Maple bacon, yes, maple bacon, maple bacon, maple syrup and bacon. But you know, while I was watching this video, it said processed foods are not good for you. Excuse me. And I was surprised to learn that bacon, you know, sometimes classifies as those processed foods, and I was so devastated because one of my favorite things is now something I want to make a decision not to eat anymore, you know, for the sake of my health. So yeah, that's my story. If you didn't know, now you know. Maple and bacon are really good together. But should you eat it? Maybe not, because we want to live for a long time. Depends. You want to, you know, see what life has to offer, and you want to invest in the long run. Yeah. Did you know I call it divide? Oh, really? Wait, I kind of want to know. What do you mean to cover up from the... I think I know what you're trying to say. The cover up from the not cat friendly version. But are you talking about not cat friendly version in terms of like censor, or not cat friendly version as in super controversial type of take? What do you mean? But I didn't know they call it that way. All I remember is it blowing up and people talking about it everywhere. Oh, just not hazelnuts and almonds. I see. And they happen to get mentioned in the messages, in the conversation today. That's so funny. What do you have against hazelnuts and almonds? Is it the proteins? Is it the way they look? Are you a nutsist? Are you nutsist? You see hazelnuts and almonds and you're like, nut discrimination. I don't like the way these nuts look. I'm always funky. You used to take one in middle school? Oh, you did? That's so cute. I had a necessary cooking class in middle school. I was telling my friend about this. Like, I had a necessary sewing class, dance class, woods class, metal making class in middle school. What else was there? yeah, that was like a necessary part of middle school. And I was telling my friend, and my friend's like, what the hell? I didn't have that in my middle school. And then at that moment, I thought, oh, yeah, it was fortunate. Yeah. If you ever do one with Vaz, you should update us with whatever both of you make. Oh, you haven't seen it, but you know of it? Yeah. I feel like everybody has an idea of what Dubai chocolate is. It's Tony, that sounds brutal. Okay, wait, I do want to say that video of how to get cancer was a very educational video. Like, the person is... Sorry, I really don't know how to say this. Not pro-cancer. It's like super pro-cancer educational awareness type of thing. You know what I mean? So he made that video to spread more awareness about cancer so everyone can be more thoughtful about the decisions they make in their life. Oh, I kind of want to see. Okay, what is it? Controversial. Oh, controversy. Is it Dubai chocolate controversy? Reddit? Reddit. The perfect place to understand things. Oh. 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 Wow. Oh. Ah. Wow. Yeah, I see what you're trying to say, Tony. Yeah, wow. I didn't know that. That's crazy. You know? That's so bad. Tony, no. 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 Cancel. We cancel. Diet and health is a really interesting topic. Learned a lot. Ooh. Have you guys, and girls, and whatever gender you identify with, there was this study that I saw about... Okay, I don't know if you know this, but in your stomach, food goes there to be digested and all of that fun acidity type of stuff. There's bacteria in there. Now, there's no need to panic. There is bacteria everywhere in your body, but sometimes if there's too much bacteria of, you know, that kind of overbalances the bacteria population. I'm gonna make a controversial joke, but not today. Okay. Anyways, what I was trying to say is when there's too much bacteria population of the current bacteria that reside in your stomach, sometimes problems happen. And, you know, sometimes you get an infection, sometimes things go wrong. And they actually found a link. I forgot exactly what disease it was. I don't know if it's Alzheimer. Maybe, I think it's Alzheimer. But there was a link between Alzheimer's and the gut microbiota. Like, the bacteria that live in your stomach has a link with Alzheimer. And isn't that crazy? It's like, depending on the makeup of bacteria in your stomach, there's a link with the whole Alzheimer thing. So it really makes you think about like what type of food you want to regularly consume, what healthy choices you want to make. I mean, you can keep doing you. I'm not one of those people who are like, hey, have you tried working out and this doesn't work? Cue to the clip with like, you know, weight loss, this. Well, let me tell you something. Okay, no. But, I wonder what happened to those advertisements. They were like a huge thing, but now I feel like advertisements on YouTube are like music advertisements. So yeah, it's so important to be aware of your diet. Very, very, very important. It's anytime nuts is in the conversation, it can go in many different ways. Always censors your innocent comments, but you can't. Listen, Automod didn't catch anything. What on earth are you saying, Tony? You know, to be honest, let me confess to you all something. Sometimes I get sad when you mention an Automod message because I feel really devastated. Because sometimes things go through Automod, sometimes they don't. Like, they just don't. I don't ever see it. So, I'm like forever wondering, what did you say? It's like, oh my gosh, I have to live for the rest of my life not knowing what you said when we were talking about nuts. And now, I just have to accept that. Like, nobody ever prepares you for things like this on stream. And it's so horrible. Now I never know what you're talking about. Are you talking about Dubai chocolate? Are you talking about nuts? Are you talking about hazelnuts? Like, I don't know. When nuts is a topic, you're always See what I mean? See what I mean? See what I mean? Yeah, you haven't, Dev. You haven't. You've been matrixing the Automod. You're still down with the machine till the end of the... What is that a song? What do you mean down with the machine? That sounds like a new band. Down with the machine. It's like the washing machine. What's that thing where you clean plates? The dishwasher. Oh, that's so funny. I missed your post last year. No, Tony, that is so not. Now you're teasing me, Tony. No, Tony, no. I don't believe you. No, yeah, see? Tony, you're such a jokester. Well, you know what? I have nothing to reply to that because all my messages get sent on stream. No, wait. I can't have my revenge. Well, you guys missed all the most goated things I've ever said on stream, but unfortunately, my internet cut out. How unfortunate is that? I don't know who's at more of a loss. When I say that, is it more of a loss for me or for you? Can you imagine saying the best thing ever and then your internet cuts off? No, it's pretty sad. I know, but Down with the Machine is still not a band yet. So, we can make this happen, Dev. I'm so down. We can call it the dishwasher in the dryer. It doesn't have to make any sense because nothing makes sense anymore, and that's just our music. It's supposed to be not brain rot. It's supposed to be brain no, wait. Instead of brain rot, it's supposed to be clean body, clean nerves. Listen, I tried to be funny with what we were saying. Like before a robot apocalypse begins, I think... Do you believe in robot apocalypse? Okay, what is more likely? What is more likely? A robot apocalypse or a zombie apocalypse? That's a hard question. That's a hard question. With AI going on, with the whole environment pollution, yes, environment activism going on here. It's quite a tight race. I don't know. I think robot apocalypse. Oh, I don't know. You know, with them fiddling around with like bacteria and things like that before like the Middle Ages, before the Ice Age, with people, you know, like overpopulation, destroying the environment. Oh gosh, I don't know, but then you're also thinking about AI regulation. There isn't regulation. Are there policies? We don't know her. And then you think about the pollution in the ocean. Wow, it's gotten so depressing. So... Gosh. Good golly, I don't know. I really don't know. I don't know. I'm kind of excited to see what you all have to say. And I said, good golly, that's so ill. No, listen, it's for the holidays. This is hard. I don't know, the environment is really, really in dire need. I think robot apocalypse. I think of robot apocalypse. I don't know. I think of robot apocalypse. I'm trying to think about everything. I'm like, okay, maybe we'll find a cure by then with the help of robots. Wait, but then the apocalypse of zombies has to come first before the robots, or do the... It's like the chicken and the egg. I don't know. I never thought I'd think about this before Christmas. This is such a hard question. I actually don't know the answer to. This is like the 100 gorillas versus... Oh, sorry. 100 gorillas versus one man. Sorry, 100 men versus one gorilla. I don't know. I don't know. I have to choose one though. That's the only way. Okay, I have the best answer. We don't even know we're in a robot apocalypse, but it will happen because we don't know. And then the zombie apocalypse. That's my answer. Yeah, that's a good answer. That's a good answer. Okay. Where was I? Sorry, do you not see how ridiculous this conversation is? Like, going from chocolates to zombie apocalypse. Okay, let me continue now, actually. But months ago, your skin was getting worse and unclean and such. Oh, what is this reaction and inflammation? Your stomach didn't make noises at all anymore. Is it a bad sign? I didn't know. Ooh. Mm-mm-mm. That's good. That's really good that you treated it early, Chameleon. I actually started watching this YouTube video about like colon cancer and how it's like something that is to watch out for. But it's so crazy. It's just crazy how the body works. Like, it puts up with a lot, you know? I was having an existential crisis just yesterday because I was like looking at my cat. It all started from looking at my cat, and I was like, oh my gosh, you're the most loveliest thing ever to exist in this world. And you're just made up of a bunch of cells, you know, like scientifically speaking, like you have a conscious brain, you have a physical body, like everything I love is right there. Like it's crazy to me. And I was like thinking about myself too. I was like, wow, I am telenovela. Like, you know what I mean? It's like, I feel like a shell of myself. Like, I don't mean I'm a hollow person. I'm not Mr. Krabs. It's more like really deep existential type of thinking. Like, I have a heart, I have a mind, I have nerves, I can, you know, fingies I can control, and body parts I can move. It's just so crazy how we need to take care of it. Like, you're an actual Tamagotchi, you know what I mean? Like, not only physically, like, but mentally, emotionally. Because stress is, you know, stress is there, but when you have chronic stress, it really affects you. Like, your rest, your fatigue all the time, it impacts so many areas of your life. So, I'm really glad you got treated early, but it's always good to be mindful, everybody, about our well-being and state of mind. Okay? If you feel funky today, you feel funky. If you feel freaky, well, it ain't Friday. Okay. You're in too many bands already? Well, the bands I have is money. Bands. I'm joking. I actually got a band-aid yesterday while I was playing sports. I didn't get hurt. I was just picking on my skin. And my friend's like, telenovela, your finger is bleeding. And I was like, oopsies. So, yeah. No bands. Just band-aids. Animated moving telenovela, that's an improvement. Are you talking about my VTuber? Yeah, this is gonna be the rest of the stream. I was thinking about this, you know, if I proceeded to play Dota. Because I was really thinking about stream, like, seriously. I was like, wow, you guys will never see Tamanobola ever. You'll never see her. And I was like, that's kind of sad. So I was really thinking about what streaming will look like moving forward. It was hard. You believe it can happen? Look, the probability is low but not zero. 100% of 100%. That was really well said. You deserve a clap. Standing ovation for that one. Pop. You are so ridiculous, Canary. I love you so much. Poverty apocalypse is more plausible. I mean, girl, have you seen The Rent all around the world? You know the most craziest thing ever is how crazy it is. You go at YouTube Sometimes you see videos of like coffin houses in Hong Kong. And then you get this next video that's like 160 USD living in this 1-bedroom apartment in China, and you're just like, and then another video is like, you know, $3,000 for having roommates in New York City. It's like, what? That's just a room? I find like the renting situation all around the world absolutely batshit crazy. There's just no way to filter it. Like, how on earth is that possible that some places upcharge so much and other places is actually so livable, and other places it's just like, what's going on? Like, it's actually insane. It's so crazy. No, it's so crazy. Like, people are like, whatever happened to after high school, you get it, you know, you go to university, you get a job, you know, life starts getting easier somehow, some way, somehow, somewhat. But now it's so crazy. It's like, is university worth going to anymore? The job market is so competitive and challenging. Damn, you know, if you're living right now and surviving in this world nowadays, you should be proud of yourself. Proud of yourself for making it through, because it's very, very hard. And yes, there's some discourse of like people saying, well, you just gotta work harder, this. I honestly believe people are doing their best. There's just so much circumstances out of our control. And as long as you're building a life that makes you happy, or whatever works for you, you're doing well. Yeah. Automod catches you, mostly you talking about bad word of... Oh yeah. Automod typically catches that. Yeah, exactly. The Great Depression. What if AI became sentient and kills both people to save the planet? Now, then we're gonna get into a discourse of how do you really save the planet? Are you keeping in mind of humans staying there? How will animals make things better? It's about defining what saving the planet looks like. Is it keeping the good humans, or is it keeping the humans that could potentially be good? Did you think about that, Tony? Robot zombie apocalypse. The zombies are robots, and that's the apocalypse. Why are you guys... Oh my god, what is Automod happening? What's going on? Think robot first, then zombies. Cause like, if zombie apocalypse happened first, there won't be any more... Because they need minds and humans to build robots. I love how I have like no normal answer to like robot apocalypse or a zombie apocalypse. It's just a whole bunch of like unique answers. That's why I like you guys, girls, and whatever gender you identify with. You have such creative minds. I love it. I'm glad. I know it's not early, but you still did it in the best time. Do you consider yourself to be your brain? Or your whole body? Tony, you're really asking these questions. Do you know what my answer will be? Now that I'm laughing. I consider myself to be telenovela. No, oh, scientifically speaking, I am my toe. No, because you said your whole body. So if I'm on my whole body, then do I identify with my toe? Is that why people get pedicures? They identify their toes as a way to express who they are with their body. I mean, I don't know. I consider myself to be everything and anything all at once. Yeah. Because how is your whole body you if it wasn't you to move, if it wasn't for you to move it? How is your brain you? Clearly, in Get Out, it showed something different. I'm talking about the movie. If you know, you know. So I think your brain... Girl, I don't know. This is too existential for me. You are you. I am me. We are not a family. Tamagotchi, I love that. Canary, I love that. Tamagotchi. Where? I need that. I need that. We want that. What began, that was the time I had the virus. Oh. Are you talking about like your whole skin situation, Chameleon? How did you know I was on Reddit and there was this person, the only person that exists in this whole world, well, I guess recognized to be the only person who has lost her sense of touch. Lost her sense of touch. That's wild. You lost your sense of touch. I didn't think it was possible, but it is. Like, lost sense of touch, like, everywhere on her body. Like, she does not know when you touch her. You pay those crazy money or go crazy. Mary, I feel you. Canary, I'm with you every step of the way. I understand. Actually, it's not an easy decision, Canary. It's like the red pill or the blue pill. Okay, clearly I haven't watched Matrix, but you know what I'm trying to say. Like, every option is difficult. It's not easy. It's like, do I barely survive to pay rent, or do I barely surviving toxic dynamics that drives me insane? It's like, oh my gosh, what is happening in this world? Good night, Tony. Take care. Thanks for hanging out with us. I really appreciate you. It could also be a physical thing. It was kind of a false dichotomy, because yourself can be your conscious experience. For sure. I mean, I've heard of this argument of it's all a simulation. I mean, who knows what it is? I just think you should live the most out of it, you know? You never know. Hello, Indigo. How is life treating you? Are you doing well? How are you doing in this in this chapter of your life? Scientifically, there are a few things you can't just replace in someone's body. Okay. I don't know. I think transplants are one of the most amazing scientific discoveries. But also, it's like crazy that that's a thing you can even do nowadays. I feel like it's definitely life-saving, but it's crazy that we progress so much as a civilization. We're able to do that. You know what I mean? Yeah, scientifically it's crazy how the world has improved and discovered in science. I'm an Eldritch. Mere mortal problem. I love you too, Canary. Don't if we do, don't if we don't. I love that saying. Canary, I love that saying. I love it. That's gonna be... I'm going to plagiarize that from you, okay? Surviving a day at a time. You're doing well. And I'm so proud of you, Indigo. It's hard. Sometimes it's happy. Most times it's difficult. But you should be very, very proud of yourself for making it through your worst days. And just days where they feel like never ending. Losing a sense of touch is harsh. Haven't heard of that before. I know. So it's crazy that someone... I can't even imagine that. You know what I mean? It's like losing sight is crazy. Losing sense of smell, taste is crazy. It's like, can you imagine? No, I can't imagine. So... I'm just... You know, sometimes life gets really hard, but there are just... This is like the way I see things. There is pain in life. But that shouldn't stop you from feeling joy completely. Joy should never be paused just because pain hurts. Kind of reminds me of that time when I was younger and a ball hit me on my face really hard. And I was wearing glasses and it broke my glasses and I got a concussion. But I was like laughing and crying at the same time. Okay, wait, that's different. That's a horrible example. I was trying to say joy and pain could exist at the same time. I think my whole mindset being in that experience is, this is the most ridiculous thing that could ever happen to me today. And it happened to me. And it's so stupid it happened. Like, this is so dumb. And then, but it hurts, but it's so ridiculous. I can't help but laugh. That's how I see life sometimes. Like, this is not so fun. This is not so great. I feel so much pain. And then I look at my cats and then I feel so much joy. I'm like, oh, I'm so lucky to have them in my life. And then I remember the people I love and I'm like, I'm so fortunate I've met them and have them be a part of my life. And then, you know, pain is still there, but you let yourself feel joy again. What really is the part of your body that is used for you? I guess is the brain, it's fine, but then your whole body affects you. That's what I mean, chameleon, because it's like in a vegetative state. I feel like people can still feel and remember, but you can't really move or do much, right? And I feel like being who you are, it's important when it comes to expression. You know, that's why people express with gestures, actions, movements, the way their outer appearance looks. Is how do you show the world who you are, right? Yeah. You know, that's such an interesting topic, I guess. I want to talk about that. I actually want to talk about next time, because I'm gonna wrap up stream now, but for next time, that's actually a really fun topic to talk about. I'm gonna talk about my streaming hours for a moment. So I will be streaming the 28th and the 30th. So just the usual, nothing cancelled. So 20th, 30th, the 4th, the 6th, and then everything resumes. La da di da da da. But just to let you know, okay? Aw, thank you, Chameleon. Thank you. I feel like the next topic in my Let Me Get to Know You stream is something about self-expression. At this time again, yes, at 8-9 p.m. Unfortunately, this is the only time that works because this is like the best bet I have. Knowing my internet is not gonna fall down on me. Because if I stream outside these hours, it's not so great. I can stream past 8 p.m. CST, you know, around this time. But before that, it's really not possible at all. At all. So, yeah. Yeah, I know. I know, it's horrible, it's terrible. But if you miss my videos, then you can check it out on YouTube. Kafka's Metamorphosis, man losing himself slowly and painfully, seeing how his closest people react to his changes is a horror. Why? Is it because people stop expecting you're changing and people are learning how to accept a different version of you? I don't know, something to think about. Because I feel like I'm always changing. This year has changed me so much in every way. I'm so tired. This year was exhausting. And but at the same time, I can't go back to who I was. Not to say it was a bad thing, but because now I know what I deserve. Now, it's like... there's a standard. You know what I mean? No!